Ali Larijani was a politician, security chief, and a philosopher. He was arguably the most powerful figure in Iran, particularly since the killing of Ayatollah Ali Khamenei at the start of the war. So how much of a blow is his death for Iran? It's unquestionable that his vast experience and versatility will be missed, but it's unlikely to be fatal. The Islamic Republic is multi-layered and institutionalized, with power and decision-making spread across the supreme leader, the presidency, the IRGC and many other bodies. While decapitation strikes remove influential, often highly competent and long-serving individuals, it doesn't necessarily shake the entire system. Iran's Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi stressed that point after Larijani's death.
The Islamic Republic of Iran has a strong political structure with established political, economic and social institutions. The presence or absence of a single individual does not affect this structure. Of course, individuals are influential and each person plays their role, some better, some worse, some less. But what matters is that the political system in Iran is a very solid structure.
So what made Larijani so influential? He was incredibly versatile, with decades of experience in Iran's military, legislative and even cultural spheres. He was a veteran of the powerful Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, serving in the Iran-Iraq War during the 1980s and rising to the rank of Brigadier General. He occupied many influential positions, including head of the state broadcaster and Speaker of Iran's parliament. He also headed up Iran's Supreme National Security Council between 2005 and 2007, a role he was reappointed to in August last year. His interests were diverse. Alongside all of the political and military roles, Larijani wrote at least 6 philosophy books, specializing on German Enlightenment thinker Immanuel Kant's views on science and mathematics. His rise to the top of Iran's power structure was perhaps inevitable. His father was a prominent cleric, while one of his brothers was a close advisor to Ali Khamenei, and another was head of the judiciary for a decade. Larijani was a rare figure who was able to cross political divides, both within Iran's establishment and in its foreign relations. Alan Eyre, an ex-US official who worked on nuclear negotiations with Iran in the 2010s, told Middle East Eye that Larijani was a moderate when he chose to be and a hardliner when it suited him better. In other words, he was a highly functioning mix of pragmatism and opportunism. Larijani played a leading role in Iranian nuclear negotiations, favoring diplomacy and outreach in order to reduce global sanctions on Iran. But he wasn't only about consensus politics. He was also capable of strong, aggressive rhetoric and actions. When anti-government protests broke out in January, Larijani was viewed as an architect of a brutal crackdown on Iranian demonstrators. After Israel and the US began the war 3 weeks ago and killed Ali Khamenei, Larijani warned, "We will burn their hearts. We will make the Zionist criminals and the shameless Americans regret their actions." He also told Donald Trump to beware, lest you be the ones to vanish. Larijani was forthright, but his killing may in fact lead to even more of a hardlining within Iran's power structures. Saeed Jalili, Larijani's deputy security chief, is a possible replacement. He's seen as even more principlist. Larijani was reportedly working with Hassan Rouhani, the reformist ex-president, to postpone the appointment of Mojtaba Khamenei as supreme leader and to find an alternative candidate. These efforts ultimately failed, and Ali Khamenei's son was selected by the Assembly of Experts. Mujtaba is considered to be a principlist under whom the IRGC and the Supreme Leader's Office may play an even more powerful role. Larijani, Iran's Renaissance man, may be dead, but the ecosystem of the Islamic Republic lives on.